Good morning, Bealy Good Nation. What? I know I'm behind. You just ran off and left me this morning. That's better. All right. Thanks. Let's do it. Need to add a little bit of dirt right there. But close around this pretty well. Why are you over there? Huh. Oh, there you go. Good morning. Y'all sleep all right? Quack attack. Time to either. Oh, somebody left an egg. Time to either move you or add more hay. I'm not sure which one we're gonna do. What is up with this dog this morning? You coming? Hello? Huh. We go back and check the camera. We must have had something out there last night. Now she's walking in circles. Oh, she is serious about whatever came out there. All right. It's just crazy out here. It got up. Usually it's kind of calm. What's up? Got our solar lights up, so maybe we don't trip out here. Dog is not happy this morning. Let's see what's up. Oh, squirrel. What's up? Good morning. Hello? Okay. Not barking since she doesn't see a person. She's on to something. Hi. What you got? All right. Might as well check this one back here. Yeah. Our love egger is back. Couple. Huh. Yeah, there's one over here. What happened? Ooh, that one's warm. Fresh eggs for breakfast. Hey. I know y'all's area needs to be clean. I'll knock it out today. Yesterday got lazy. Still behaving? You coming out or are you just gonna look at me? Well, there you go. You can do it. Come on. Hi. Good morning. There you are. I knew you'd get out there eventually. Hi. And that's the other light I put up. So that gets this whole area here. What? I know. I didn't drive down here. I'll bring you treats in a little bit. Y'all need to do your breakfast first. Yeah, we'll bring treats down. Nope. I didn't expect any in there. That's where the little chickens live. Here we go. So everybody get an egg day. All right. So how's everybody doing? Yeah, we got a road to walk on now, dog. So you're in the woods. Usually she's all up my butt. I don't know what she's on to today. I'll have to check the camera, see what came through, because I mean, we had turkeys yesterday, but yeah. Huh. She's never away from me like this. Maybe the coyote was out. We've got a few around here, so the turkeys stay pretty much, everything stays pretty much towards that back. The deer end up coming around here, pretty much around everywhere. And I know we have owls in here, days that I'm actually up early. I can hear them. Found what you're looking for yet? See if I can pick it up. You can see the moon's reflection in the pond. So we did our premiere yesterday. I'm gonna try and do those every Sunday. We have a lot of fun with those. So if you don't know what a premiere is, it's the video, when the video goes live, you have a little warning for one thing. So like yesterday, I think I set it 8 hours before it came out. So you have some warning it's coming. And when it comes out, the first play through, you watch it live. So it's obviously the video's recorded, but I'm on the chat, you know, Ms. Bealy Good's on the chat, and you're able to do like a live chat. So it's kind of like a scrolling, like during the live videos, it's like a scrolling chat of responding to people and, you know, ask questions and know it's going to get answered pretty much right then, that kind of thing. And you just kind of watch the video together. And something I like about it, I always like connecting with everybody. The thing I like is that I could point some things out in the video that maybe someone doesn't notice, you know, live as we watch it together. It took 4 times, or notice this, or whatever, right? Lots of things. Plus, I get feedback and stuff that y'all notice and ask questions about that maybe I didn't even think about. So it's a pretty cool thing. I did this one at 6 p.m. Eastern time to kind of comment. I know it was late. We did have some people in the UK that were like, oh, I'm staying up to watch it. So we're thinking about trickling it down a little earlier. You know, it's on a Sunday, so maybe like 4 o'clock, which, yes, I'm not sure if you're 5 hours ahead. It's either, anyway, UK's like 5 hours most of the time, so that'd be like 9. Then that makes it even earlier, like people in Australia. What? Look at that nose twitching. So yeah, just comment, you know, what kind of times work. We're going to adjust some, and then what we'll do is we'll probably just have, maybe we'll alternate. I'd like to stay at a set time, because that makes it something that, you know, those that like it can remember and set it to. So we can come up with a time that works, but maybe we'll alternate, maybe we'll, whatever. Anyway, so it's a work in progress. So let me know your thoughts, and then after I get enough, maybe I'll do like a poll. Those are always fun. So yeah, and then, so that's what a premiere is, that's the difference. And then once a month, we're gonna plan to do an actual live, like we did, man, like we did New Year's Eve, because that was a lot of fun. It was chaos, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll have to come up with some sort of thing for that, whatever makes sense for that too. But we'd like to do it when we're, you know, letting the animals out or putting them to bed, one of the two, you know, something going on, and then maybe sit down and just chat about a few things and what's going on and plans and yada yada yada. So as you can see, still lots to do. Look at this dog. Y'all that watch all the time know that she does not run off this often. Dog, come on. anyway, appreciate all the comments on the live. It was cool to see how much things have changed, because if you didn't get to see it yet, comments on the live, comments on the premiere. If you didn't get to see it yet, I popped in a little, took some footage Chris had from the first time he didn't work out here. It wasn't the first time he was here. A lot of people ask about that, how I met him, blah blah blah, if we'd known each other before, stuff like that. I found him through his videos, so I knew we wanted to eventually have a large pond, and I was watching videos on YouTube and saw I think it was the 10-acre one he and John did. I messaged him. I was like, hey, we're looking at property in Zebulon, North Carolina. That's where we're at. Happened to know anyone. I think I knew he was in North Carolina, maybe. But I was like, hey, you know anybody around North Carolina, yada yada, around here that would that does these, that you can recommend, that kind of thing. And he said, hey, what's your address? I gave it to him, and like, oh, you're like 3 miles away. So that was it. I mean, just 100%, you know, depending on how you want to look at dumb luck or intervention or fate or whatever. See, this one's still running. So it rained yesterday, but nothing crazy. I mean, it, you know, I'll have to look. I mean, I bet maybe 1/10 of an inch for a little bit. And you see, I mean, that's not rapids or anything, but I mean, that's pretty much steady flowing. So this is the one that runs from the woods we left here. And if we were to walk through those woods in the direction of Dog Dog, we would run into the little pond. The things that feed this are all this area here that gets runoff. So a lot of runoff, as you see, instead of, see, if this runoff went into the little pond, it'd never be dry. But it doesn't. It comes back here. And then the retention pond for the housing development, it was actually put in, you can pull up aerial photos, it was put in, you know, right around the time of the crash, right, like 2007. They cleared and put in the road, and then it just sat. Nobody did anything until actually not long before we came out here did they actually start building out there. So they've only been built, I mean, there were a couple of houses, so I'm gonna say 4 years, probably less than that. 4 years, anyway, something like that. And I don't know how all retention ponds, usually when I ride through a neighborhood and see the retention ponds they've got set up, you know, they've got water in them, and then they've got an overflow just like a pond. It basically ends up looking like a little pond. But what they did is, it's got a 6-inch drain in the bottom of it, so it doesn't hold water long. It's like it, you know, the rains will come through, you'll go through there and it's full, but then it drains. So we get that water, and yeah, so that's what goes on with that little deal back there. So where was I? See, now I've got to remember where I was. Oh, I mean, let's dig. Yeah. So we hadn't even bought the property yet. We had put a offer on it. It was under contract. This was September of 2020. Yeah, September 2020. You know, lots of people bought land during that period of time, and we were one of them. So we had it under contract, and Chris came out and, you know, walked in. We were in the farmhouse, kind of looking around in there, and checked things out, and then came back here and walked the property, which would end up being one of several times walking the land. And yeah, so when we started making some plans, so I mean, it ended up taking forever to close. We didn't close till January of 21. We had plans from the start. We walked through, and the guy that logged the property walked, came like maybe a week or two later. And then we had soil scientists look at it, and we had Army Corps guy walked it with me. And even though, you know, we're in an area of a country where you can kind of do what you want, but we did a lot of research beforehand I know. I walked out here, so I didn't bring the grub Tara. I'll get them and bring you some. Chill out. From these woods, of course, that wasn't cleared yet, but that's where the attack came from. That killed a bunch of our chickens on Mother's Day of last year. She obviously. Okay, I'll be back. But yeah, so he checked it out, and rest is history. All right, we started making some plans and figuring some things out. And if you watch that video, I'll look for it and put a little card pop-up link before. But when he first came out, and after we purchased the property, and we walked all through here, and I did a video on walking around and how we mark up how he marks up trees and stuff like that. And there was the outhouse sat right in there. The outhouse we moved to the back, it was for the house. It sat in there, and there was like a big fallen tree. I mean, you could walk through. It was just a lot of, you know, just where to run up. Then off that way is where this used to be cleared. So there's I think the earliest overlay I found from historic aerials is 54. A subscriber sent me that site, and it's been pretty cool, but haven't seen anything earlier than that. But cleared in the 50s, like a swath that went back there, and there was a chicken house or a garage. We're not sure which. There was I know there's two totally different things, but someone had told us there was a chicken house out here, so that's what it kind of looked like from the air. And there was another barn over in here, and that barn was there, and this was a field like it is, like we've got it back now. In fact, all clear to the other field. So all this was clear all the way through to my neighbor's field over there. So all this was clear. Then, you know, they just let it grow up. So you could walk through there, and there was a bunch of old cars, all basically where those trees are that Chris left, that James Brown and his uncle and Tater and all cut up and took out. And I used to restore cars, so if there was any saving anything, I would have kept it, and these weren't that. So cleared those out. You know, and it was just real wet down there where we put the little pond, and said, hey, let's do our own retention pond here. And that was the idea, to kind of get the field where it stayed nice and draining and dry and everything. And so that's worked out. You know, the level of the pond hasn't been where we want it, but it's done its job. Right, so that's been dry. That's pretty wet through there, the swath of trees we left there. And then, you know, we did the road to the back, because originally they had given us the septic permit for the very back, so we were going to have to do a holding tank here and then pump all the way to the back. And then when we cleared this, we got this in the back. You know, up here's where we added dirt, but back here in the back was left undisturbed except for taking trees out. And we said, yeah, this dirt doesn't seem that bad. And got the health department back out here, and so they approved, and so the septic's just right here, like, you know, it needs to be. But we made the trail to the back, and anyway, so we had that road. That was a lot of fun. It came through and went about where the dock is. Cut that corner. It didn't go quite over as far as it does now, and went down. And we'd ride back there a lot, and, you know, it gave you a chance to check things out and get in other areas of the property and all that kind of stuff. So that was cool. And you're running through the mud over there, so I'm getting cussed out. Great. Good job, dog. Good job. Oh, that's what it was. I was wondering where he was talking about. Chris was talking about trying to clean up some area where it was kind of a mess right in here. And he said it was too muddy. So I see what he's talking about. And I didn't know where he was at. Look at your feet, dog. Look at your paws. What are you doing? What'd you find? Tell us. Was it a wolf? I know wolves. Was it a coyote? More deer? Was it Bigfoot? Was it Bigfoot, dog? If that's what you're on to, is it Bigfoot? Anyway. So yeah, rambling on. That's the story. They turned out to be neighbors and come up with various projects ever since. And, you know, people that give good advice will tell you, if you buy buy any property really, but you buy property to kind of, sit on a little bit, get to know how the land does, where it drains, all this kind of stuff, and that's great advice. Even though we've done a ton, I feel like we brought in experts that saw things and how the land was going to be, and drain and all that kind of stuff. And we, believe it or not, there's a lot of projects we want to do that we didn't go down the road of chasing it. So things on our own we probably would have done and would have been kind of stupid. But so far everything we've done I'm pretty happy with. So more projects, more stuff, as long as the economy doesn't crush everything. So we'll see. We shall see. We're gonna stay positive. Try and be a little smart. We'll see. Isn't that right, Dog Talk? All right, that's it. See y'all next time. Have a really good day.
As I'm running through this jungle, I see faces. I'm looking back at you, but you won't stop chasing. Don't make me look back.